It's no more news that Natasha and Akpabio hearing have finally begun, and their lawyers are spring into action immediately. A lot of things is ongoing right now as far as their case is concerned. But few hours ago in court, Natasha did the unexpected in court, and nobody ever see this coming. Natasha and her husband was in court there, and as the court was making the ruling, Natasha kissed her husband. I said this woman already know that she's gonna win the case. It's like she already know that the case is coming to her favor. You will see it for yourself. I'll play you the full video. Akpabio is in serious trouble at the moment, even when Akpabio have been told to withdraw from the case, but he refused to listen and all of that. Now look at what is going on. I will play you the full video. Just to connect to the end of the video. If you can share the video, just do what to share it. Share to the best social media platforms. Let it go viral. And if you can share it, just like it. Like the video, give it a thumb up so that it will be recommended for us. Just to connected. I'll come back again.
Welcome you back to LAJUPOG TV.
I don't have bad news for you today.
The home of religious gossip.
But you should leave the fight for Mohammed.
What is happening in the Christendom? Join now to make sense with LAJUPOG.
Hello my great and wonderful viewers, welcome back to LAJUPOG TV. For those of you coming across this channel for the very first time, just go to click the red subscription button that is appearing on your video screen, and at the same time click the notification bell icon so that whenever we drop a new video in few hours time, YouTube will easily let you to know. It's normally news that Natasha and Akpabio case are already in court, and as the case is in court already, the hearing have finally begun, and the evidences that each person have is already coming in. And Natasha have alleged before, she said Akpabio actually harassed her, and she have buckles of evidence because she have attended series of interviews. And as a good interviewer, the question they asked her was, you can't just allege someone, you can't just come up to accuse someone without you providing an evidence. But Natasha said she's not going to provide any evidence until the matter is being investigated. Now the investigation is ongoing as the court ruling is ongoing at the same time. Natasha is finally provided the evidences that she claims that she had, because she said it is until the investigation begins, that's when she will present the evidence. Now this woman is already presenting the evidence that she claims that she had against Akpabio, but drama happened in court few hours ago. As the hearing was ongoing, Natasha entered the court with her husband, and I say that's not enough. The unexpected happened. Nobody ever expected what Natasha did. Come and see kissing in the highest order. I'll play the full video. You will see things for yourself in this very video. Akpabio couldn't look at them twice. I'd like us to stay connected to the end of this video. If you can share the video as you're watching it, just do what to share it. Share to the best social media platforms. Let it go viral. And if you can share it, just like it, give it a thumb up so that it will be recommended for us. A lot of people were surprised when Natasha actually did that with her husband, because nobody ever expected it. The hugging and the kissing was very strong to the extent that it got the attention of a lot of people. So a lot of people came out to make it not a general point that maybe it's because Natasha actually think that she have won the court case, even when the proceedings and the hearing is still ongoing, because they believe that Akpabio have finally shot himself in the leg from the Senate by suspending Natasha, even when the court said that nobody or no further action to be taken to suspend Natasha and all of that, since the matter is in court. But Akpabio and his committees, they do everything possible underneath, and they suspended her around 2 p.m. and all of that, according to report. And as Natasha was suspended, her securities were withdrawn and the salary was withdrawn at the same time. And according to report, the number of days that a senator can be suspended according to the constitution is 14 days, but they suspended Natasha for 6 months, which a lot of Nigerians and a lot of legal practitioners kick against that. It is very unconstitutional. Now all those things are what make Natasha have full ground. All those things are what made Natasha to feel like he will win the court case, because all these things, all these premises are what they will use to tackle Akpabio and all of that. And they already asking Akpabio series of questions as the hearing is ongoing, and Akpabio couldn't provide an answer on why she suspended Natasha and at the same time withdraw her security. Are you the IGP of the country? Are you the one in charge of security sector? So who give you the power to withdraw the security of your fellow senator? Those are the questions that is out there at the moment. And why do you withdraw her salary? Are you the one paying her salary? Are you the one that employ her? Is she working for you? Is she not an elected fellow like as you were elected? So why did you withdraw her salary? Now those are the things that Natasha actually had. Those are are the advantage that she had against Akpabio. Those are what's on ground, and those are the things that people are actually thinking that, oh, that is what constitutes the fact that Natasha can kiss her husband in court and all of that and blah blah blah. So I will play the full video, see things the way they go in court. Now listen to the lawyers of Akpabio, listen to the lawyers of Natasha. Then during the video you will hear from RUFAI TV what it gets said. Just stay connected. If you can share the video, share it. If you can share it, just like it. Stay connected. I'm coming back again.
There are legal framework guiding Senate in their activities. What are those legal framework? The Constitution, the Senate Privileges Act, and the Senate rules. These are the legal framework guiding the Senate. Now, if you watch section 60 of the Constitution, gave the Senate the power to make rules, just like the Constitution gave the CJN power to make rules for the Supreme Court, gave a power to the President Court of Appeal power to make rules for Court of Appeal, gave CJ Federal High Court power to make rules for the Federal High Court. So the same Constitution under section 60 gave the Senate power to make their own rules. Then section 62 of the Constitution also empowered the Senate to establish their own committees. Having said that, if you also watch the Constitution, section 4, section 5, section 6 of the Constitution separated the powers: judiciary, the legislature, the parliament, and the executive. They have their own powers under separation of power. Then what are we talking about? We are talking about the procedure. Just like Abati rightly pointed out, you have a good case, you feel that you have a case, you want to present it, why rushing to the media? Why didn't you prepare yourself, go through the rules, prepare a petition, submit it in the House, so that the House can investigate the matter? Lucky enough, you can even go to the police. Lucky enough, the Senate President is not under immunity. He can be investigated by the police. Now, after the media, a lot of issues now came up. You now came back to the National Assembly to present the petition, and that petition is defective. Just like as I am now, if you are going to court and you do not follow the rules of court to file your processes, it will be struck out and you go and refile. Now, the position there is that the Senate now has hinted, Senator Natasha AKPOTI, your petition you brought in is being signed by you. You cannot sign the petition in line with the rules. That one is on that. Once an order of court is made, no matter how stupid you feel that order may be, it must be complied with. Now, the question there is that, was that order made by the Court of Competent Jurisdiction? The answer is yes. Was it served on the National Assembly? Upon receiving that order of court, the National Assembly is expected to suspend every other matter that has to do with that, to challenge the jurisdiction of the court to hear that particular matter. They shouldn't have rushed in. What are we saying in here? The procedure, Senator AKPOTI breached a lot of the rules and the laws guiding the National Assembly in channeling her case.
Disagree, substantially on the issue of whether or not Senator Natasha has the right, to freely express herself in the media. Of course, the proceedings in the Senate, on the day the issue erupted, arising from receiving her, and during the plenary, was televised, live on the television, and she was later invited by this same television station, where she made very serious allegation, against the person of the Senate President. So these are the issue, these are the substantive issue. So we cannot sweep them under the carpet. The woman is saying, no, what happened at the plenary is not the matter, it's not the main issue. The main issue began so day at the house of the Senate President, when he was celebrating his birthday. He said so thing to me, a kind of sexual advancement, and she has formally presented a petition for sexual harassment or for attempted sexual advancement against the person of Senator Natasha. That is the substance of the matter. Senate President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Senator Akpabio, cannot be a judge in his own cause. This This is a primary and elementary principle of law. He is the Senate President. He is the chairman of the National Assembly. He appoints the chairman of Senate Ethics and Ethics Committee and Petition and Public Petition that has already declared Natasha's petition dead on arrival. So the issue, the fact remains that upon this serious allegation that borders on partly on code of conduct of the sitting Senate President, whether or not Natasha can get fair hearing before this committee. So the Senate President should honorably step aside so that Natasha can get justice, so that an independent, unbiased umpire, unbiased committee on public petition can look into the substance of the allegation of sexual harassment against her person. Nobody sits as a judge on her own cause. These are elementary principles of law. Natural justice and fair hearing. Audi altering pattern. Nemo jude kusaswa. Akpabio, as he stands today, he is the respondent in Natasha's petition. So he would have to be heard. He will appear before the committee to answer the issues that are raised in Natasha's petition. So both parties must be heard. So will there be justice and fair hearing for Natasha? No. Under the presidency of Akpabio as the president of Nigerian Senate, the right thing should be done in this country for once, for Christ's sake. This man, you have an allegation, a huge allegation, a heinous allegation of sexual harassment against a sitting senator, and you cannot continue to sit as the Senate President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria to preside over her petition against your person. At least we saw what happened yesterday at the plenary. She told the Senate President to his face that what is before the court is the issue of cyberbullying. A statement made by your SA on new media. It is not the same subject matter as to whether or not as to the statement I made on Arise Television, that issue is not yet before any court of competent jurisdiction, that her petition should be accepted, and good at it, she was allowed to lay her petition. Now, what we should be looking at, particularly as lawyers in defense of democracy, as activists, as civil society organizations, is whether Natasha will get justice in the present circumstances. Who is the man presiding over at the helm of affairs of the Senate? Godswill Akpabio. Who is the chairman of the Senate Committee on Public Petition? A man appointed by Godswill Akpabio. Will Natasha get justice in these circumstances? Obviously no. So we are calling on the Senate President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Godswill Akpabio, to do the needful. Honorably step aside as the Senate President so that this matter can be thoroughly investigated. And this matter cannot be swept under the carpet. You cannot bully her. You cannot continue, to intimidate her by rejecting her petition, telling her that her petition is dead on arrival, while at the same time you want her to face the Committee on Ethics and Public Petition over her conduct at the plenary. So what we are saying is that if justice must be done, justice must be seen to have been done. These are age-long elementary principles of law.
The struggle she fought on until she won the election. I actually looked for her number and called her, and I said to her that I think I see another Itagiwa in you. You struggle, you won the election. Go there, be strong, and represent your people very well. I didn't know her, but she was happy that I called her. Now, when the nightclub thing happened, again, I was out of Lagos. I was even calling Ozzy. I said, please tell him or tell Mr. Bati, I'd like to come and talk about it, but unfortunately I couldn't make it because I also felt it was out of order for somebody who is presiding to have the word nightclub cross his mind. You understand, when you're handling the issues of a country as a number 3 man. So if I thought he said that, I felt it was totally out of order and needed to apologize to women and to that lady, which eventually Senate President did, But, on this matter, I'm not with AKPOTI. You understand? Number one, it is the worst sign of weakness on a woman's part. You understand? For you to come out and accuse a man or accuse a man of making passes at you at that level, There are 109 senators. It is not easy to win election to the Senate. Now, the Senate president is first amongst equals. We have arrived there as somebody. I had 7 local governments with me, so I went there with strength, and my God, you know, I won this election. So I saw everybody there as equals, and then we sit down and decide who is going to lead, because in every group there has to be a leader, which is what the Senate president is. But that again, there's something that I'm hearing, that each time I hear that thing, you know, my heart makes a beat, that a senator will get up and address Mr. Senate President as sir. Yeah. That's another undemocratic language, which should not be in the Senate chambers. It is Mr. Senate President.
Yes, indeed.
Even if you have to call that Mr. Senate President 10 times, you do that, you address Mr. Senate President, because Mr. Senate President embodies the entire Senate chambers. That's number one, that's out of order. Now, in terms of presentation of bills or, you know, presentation of any material, you understand, mandatorily, there are leaders. Mandatorily, there's a chairman of Rules and Business Committee, who again is carefully chosen. You understand? It's somebody who is very, very knowledgeable. You understand? Very, very highly respected. Somebody that will not negotiate anything, because everybody wants his or her matter to enter. And then mandatorily, beginning of every week, the Senate President must call a meeting of principal officers to look through the business of the day from the following day. Principal officers will now agree that this is presentation. So there's no way anything can be sneaked in. Okay. Now, for a senator, if you want a matter, but also when you go back to the Senate, and when the order is announced and the business of the day is announced, you have a right to bring up a matter of national urgent importance, which the Senate President is obliged to allow you. Okay. You understand, whether he likes it or not. So if you want your matter put in the other paper, you go and lobby the principal officer. That if it is that urgent, or if in our own time you didn't have to order.
I come in here because we need to set a lot of context. I get what you're saying, as regards how the Senate runs, but the difference is the fact that she was standing on privileges with that order 10 because of what she wanted to say, and she has also made very strong allegations that is because of the sexual advances made, and she has not succumbed. That's why she's being treated that way in the Senate. So are you saying? You said something just now that I was taken aback, ma. You said it is, you feel disappointed that Natasha came out to air appointment. So is it that when a woman is sexually harassed, as she claims, she should keep quiet? Misogyny should continue?
No, I don't.
That women should not speak up? No. Because she has won the election in the Senate now?
You have passed that. By the time you contest election and get to Senate, you understand? You have passed that. You know, you are past that stage of your life of being sexually harassed.
Really?
So yes, by the time if you go there and start, you are past that. You go there, so you are all equal in that Senate.
So, really? So
yes,
if somebody
you are all equal, it's out of order. And again, it shows weakness. You don't allow it.
So is it a show of weakness for a woman to speak out?
It cannot happen in the Senate. Really? I'm not saying that the lady is lying. You know, I'm not God. But again, my dear, when you get to Senate, you are there as a person. You are not there as a man or woman. You are there as a person. It doesn't matter what you are carrying between whatever.
Complaining that there's no equality.
You are there. And then mind you, I don't think at this stage of, I respect that girl. I like her. She's very intelligent, very, very well spoken. You understand? But I do not think that the person you call sir, because first of all, if you call somebody sir, then you are giving the person a cane to whip you.
Senator Itagwe, let me ask you a question, a very direct question.
You understand? I'm not doubting what she's saying, but I'm saying that
it is very clear.
No, I'm not that, but I'm saying that it would not happen in the Senate.
In the Senate, it should.
You understand? And it should not happen in the Senate. And again, you know, I'm not here to defend anybody. Yes. In politics, you know, people joke and say things to each other. Yes. In politics, you touch a lot, you do things a lot. You understand? You understand? But I don't know. I think this thing for me.
Senator,
my issue is that this lady, whatever it is, should be sorted
You think
out.
she has not handled it well? I think, do I interpret it well?
You understand?
I think that is
so
your
don't
point.
come here and
Senator,
sit on television and then, you know, you come here to say that somebody, you are not a college girl, you are not, you are
So, Senator, I don't want you.
By the time we get to Senate, you are qualified to be president of the country. By the time we get to Senate, you are qualified to be president of the country. And there are procedures that you must abide by the procedure. I'm a great fan of that lady, but I'm not a fan of any lady. Any lady. It's like you waking up tomorrow to say that Mr. Bassi is harassing you, so you cannot present.
I think she mentioned to me.
Yes.
So, ma'am, as a lady, as a woman, since you referred to me, there's no level at which we do not experience sexual harassment. You can choose to keep quiet about it, but I think it's...
You're not keeping quiet, it's allowing it.
I know. I do think it's disrespectful to women who have the courage to come out to speak, to say that they were not sexually harassed because they reached a certain level.
Not at that
I'm just
level.
speaking from my perspective.
Not in the Senate, not in the Senate chamber.
Let me play something and ask you a question. So that I don't misunderstand you. Your position is that you're not saying Senator Akpoti is lying. What you say is the way she's handling it is what you don't agree.
I don't have any comment on whether she's lying or not.
Exactly.
Number one, the Senate President has the prerogative to allocate seats.
Yes.
So for me, please listen to me. You understand? If I come there, you say you have changed my seat, I go and take my seat.
The new seat.
You understand? I go and take my new seat. I was given in Akpabio when I was there because I did not vote for a Senate President. You understand? Yes. My own was not sexual. You know, I don't even allow it.
Anyway,
it's not allowed. You don't have the opportunity. You understand? I'm a civilized woman, so we know what to do by the time we get to that level. But when I was given that last house next to the bush, you understand, in Apo village, and I knew that happened because I did not vote
for that Senate President.
So I quickly went to Asoko and rented a house and moved out. Now another thing, when I wanted to come here during the last issue, my input was, you know, what I was coming here to tell you was that if a senator, what we used to do in our time, if a senator raises his hand to speak, and you are not allowed to speak, what I used to do in our time was that I would simply walk out, take a bow, walk out of the Senate and go out and call a press conference. I called the media and tell them what I wanted.
Enduring the question. That's the question I wanted to ask you.
You have that power. There's so much power in your hand. There's so much you can do. There's so much you can do.
But Senator Itagiwa, don't you think it's denigrating on a lot of women that speak up when they are being harassed sexually, that you just brushed it aside today and say once you get to a Senate level, no man can sexually harass? Hope you know.
No, you cannot because it's not allowed.
Let me finish, ma.
I can advise the men how to avoid it.
Hope you know that there are women that are being raped in their marriages.
That's a different thing.
So if somebody, because she's a senator, is being sexually harassed,
in the Senate
like she
chambers,
claimed,
you are there as one of the men.
No,
you understand? You don't give room to that.
Senator, let me finish.
Hold on,
please, let me finish. Finish it. I beg you. In this case, in this same Senate, we have seen how Ireti Kingibe has been treated. We have seen how other female senators have been denigrated. And Natasha, Senator Akpoti, Natasha Akpoti here, is saying that the reason why she's being treated that way because there was a prior case of sexual harassment. And what I read from what you are saying, Ma, is that once you get to a position of a senator in the country, you can't be sexually harassed. You are a man, you should stand up to them.
No, I'm not saying don't put words
that she's being harassed.
I did not say that you are a man. I'm saying that when you get to that chamber of 109 people, you are a person.
Yeah,
you understand? And you are one of the people. Because what favor are you asking for? You don't want election to be there. You want to put your issue in the other paper. You put it and it will appear on the other paper.
Can I just ask
you don't
a
have
question?
to.
Can I ask
in politics, my dear, when I go for meetings and they want to do fundraising,
yes, ma'am.
You see, because that's what women do. Because you let them, look at you as a weaker sex. So you say that if you want to do fundraising, say, okay, we are trying to raise 10 million. Itagiwa will raise me and say, okay, out of that 10 million, I want to give 3 million.
Yes.
Because I will not give you opportunity, because we are together.
Yes,
there are ways that we are for such a pretty intelligent girl.
Okay.
You don't allow it. Okay. In my 32 years, I've never been made passat.
Okay, great. Okay, so ma'am,
in my 32 years,
round off now. Because what you're saying is quite a revelation.
Do not allow it. And people joke a lot. In politics, there's a lot of people joke a lot.
Yes,
people hold each other's hand. People can say that, okay, do you have nicknames that we call each other?
Okay. All right, let me just ask you a question for the girls that are watching and the women that are watching. You said that there's a way.
Women should protect themselves. You understand? Women should carry themselves and you don't allow it.
You say that there's a way.
You can send a message that don't come here.
Yes, I want you to talk to them. You say that. You say that there's a way. So we don't know the way because we are still sexually harassed. So since you know the way that it is, that so that you avoid it, can you share with the women who are watching with us, who are at that level, who are still being intimidated, but what to do?
I feel for the young girls in the universities and who are growing up. But what I'm saying today is that by the time you grow up and decide to be a senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, you must have built so much confidence in yourself.
Okay, so it's not
you understand? Yes, you understand. You understand? You must have. No. Why are you talking like that?
No, I mean, it is lack of confidence that makes her.
No, don't. I understand English like you do. No, you understand? I'm saying that as a woman, you understand? Can I make my point?
Yes,
you must have built so much confidence in yourself. Do you know what it is for you to win election to get to Senate? You struggle like a man. You were not given the mandate. That girl won election. That girl lost election. That girl went to court and fought and got to Senate. So by the time you get there, you have as much authority as the other men have.
So you don't look at yourself. Sexual harassment.
For me, I'm sorry if I'm wrong, but my personal opinion is that at that stage in the Senate, if you come and say that somebody is sexually harassing you, it's a weakness.
Okay, all right. Thank
you understand?
So much. I think you made your point.
You make yourself unapproachable.
All right. But I think that's
you understand. You don't let anybody take you around and show you another. You don't allow it. You make yourself unapproachable in the midst of men. I've been in the midst of men all my life.
All right.
You understand? And
I've been unapproachable.
Yes.
Is that a thing?
Of course, you make yourself unapproachable.
Okay.
Because you all won election, you have a right. Your issue must be in the other paper.
Okay.
Whether you like it or not.
I myself stupid with this, but
yes.
How does a good-looking woman like Natasha make herself unapproachable by men?
I don't think when I was in the Senate, I'm still not on the even as
how does a good-looking woman make
I like that girl too much.
Yes.
You understand? And if all of you want to be honest, why would you go to the point of saying your husband went to beg for your other people to be in the DC? For goodness sake, do you know what it is to? The point I'm making, please, do you know what it is for a woman to win election to get to Senate?
No, I know, but I'm just asking you.
You go and exercise your rights.
So we have to,
and then you don't allow it. You're unapproachable. You are here for business.
Thank you for staying connected, my great and wonderful viewers. So you can hear what the lawyer that is representing Natasha, what he actually said in this very video. The lawyer was saying it openly and vividly. She said Natasha is not supposed to be suspended, that Akpabio needs to step down if they really want justice to be served as far as this case is concerned. That Akpabio needs to step down. That Akpabio cannot be a judge in this case. And this same thing is what a lot of Nigerians have been saying. They said Akpabio was the one that was accused, and a lady came out to accuse you, and you still sit as judge in that very case. You still tell them what to do to the lady. You still tell them that they should suspend her. You still tell them that her security should be withdrawn. You still tell them that her salary should be withdrawn, including her staff salary and all of that. We don't really know, maybe that one actually stand, but that was what they said in the Senate. Now, the question they asked, even the lawyer of Natasha was asking the question, who gave Akpabio the constitutional right to be the judge on his own case? They are alleging you, they are accusing you. We don't really know, maybe the accusation is true or false or all of that. But on the norms, you're supposed to step down. You're supposed to step down from that senatorial seat so that justice can be served, so that the matter can be investigated, because at the senatorial seat as the Senate president, it will be very difficult for justice to be served. According to what the lawyer said, it will be very difficult because Natasha in question is inferior to Akpabio. Akpabio is superior to Natasha, and those committees that were set in place, the ethics committees and all of that, according to what the lawyer said in this very video, he said it was even Akpabio that appointed them. Now, how will they make ruling against someone that appointed them since the person is in seat? I think that Akpabio is not in seat, it's a different case. I think that he stepped aside, as the lawyer have said in this very video. I think that Akpabio stepped aside. It will still be easy for them to do their mind and do the thing the way the investigation really goes and all of that. But as they say in Akpabio in that sentence, it will be very difficult for them to do some unusual stuff. Even if Akpabio is strong, it will be very difficult for them to come to him straight that he's strong, because he's superior to them. Even those people that are investigating is superior to them. Now, it is the same people that told Natasha that your petition is dead on arrival. those are the ethics committees that Akpabio actually appointed. They told their fellow senator that a petition is dead on arrival. Now, how do you expect Natasha to have justice? Yes, a lot of people are actually complaining about the fact that the way to which Natasha actually passed through, the way to which she bring up the case is very, very annoying. Like, she's not supposed to go through that channel. She's supposed to come straight officially as a named person, because this Natasha in question is a legal practitioner, all of that. Now, the issue that a majority of people are having with Natasha is she's not supposed to do all those kind of disrespectful things that he did in the Halo chamber. They said all those things that she did, she didn't do it to Akpabio, that she did it to the senatorial seat, and it's embarrassing to Nigeria. Those are what a lot of people are actually saying. They said those things are total gross misconduct and all of that, that she did not behave well. But on the normal run, what actually caused all those things is what's supposed to be treated. It is not the symptoms of malaria that's supposed to be treated. It is the malaria itself, which is the plasmodium that's supposed to be treated. So when they say that Natasha has something like gross misconduct or all of that, what brings about it? That's what they're supposed to treat, and that is when the issue will go down. Now, you can hear from the two lawyers. You can hear everything that they said. You can see the other lawyer. The other lawyer of Akpabio was even the lawyer that stood in for Nnamdi Kanu. He's one of the lawyers of Nnamdi Kanu, and the same time is an Akpabio lawyer. You can see everything that is happening as far as Nigeria is concerned. You know, the lawyer came out to say it to the general public that Natasha did not pass through the right channel. That I didn't mean that Natasha passes through the right channel. That all these things will not resolve the same way that I actually resolved. Now, listen to the woman that spoke in Arise, their guest in that very Arise TV. You know, the woman said a lot of things in that very interview, and as the woman said it, RUFAI was moved to ask a question. Look at the question that RUFAI asked this woman. Now, the woman was trying to change her mouth and all of that, and that woman had worked in Nigeria Senate before and blah blah blah. Yeah, but RUFAI was actually asking her intellectual question, but the woman fell victim of the question. You can see, date back to the interview, watch it again, look at what is happening. It is very obvious that a lot of women are not in support of Natasha. Those people that even support Natasha more are men. Her gender are not even supporting her like that. I will say it and I will say it again. Yeah, I'm not saying that it is by force that you support Natasha. You have the right to support anybody, but I'll be the last person to support anybody because the investigation is still ongoing. We need to hear the truth of the matter. If Natasha is lying, we need to know. If Akpabio is lying, we need to know. Let the matter be investigated. Now, drop your opinion in the comment section based on the videos that you watch on this platform. The video that you finish watching, just dip back to the video. If you not watch the video, well, drop your opinion. Feel free, say your mind in the comment section. As I'm gonna to get that trend for you, and share, follow me on my social media handles on Facebook at LAJUPOG Watch TV and LAJUPOG Entertainment, and on Instagram at LAJUPOG. Guess what, guys? See you in my next video. Alright for now.
I see the hot for my body, I say make I yarn you. Religious gossip plenty day for body. Pastor with the line on top, be pastor. For LAJUPOG Watch TV. Pastor with the bar, where politician with the do pass himself. All the why you with the for church. All as LAJUPOG.